just kind of blast them off the court if possible. Yeah, easier said than done.
Most definitely. I think we've got a more well-rounded game on this side of the court.
Yeah.
Other side, a little less experience on the double side, especially. And again, we've got that wind effect, and it did look like Black and Todd chose the side that they were on, which going to be driving into the wind a little bit, which is going to also make those drops pretty difficult. I mean, just powering right through, caught the corner of that line right there.
And that's the thing, they're going to have to return well, they're going to have to hit fourths well, like they're going to have to start the point very well.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of room for error.
No, especially early, and we've already seen 3 within the first 2 shots, right? So not the start if you wanted.
3-0-2.
Di Laura's the wife of Carlos Di Laura, who's on the men's side, and they've got a newborn, not even maybe just now turning a year old. So she's a new mom on the tour, and Schaefer's obviously been around for a couple years.
Left, recall score.
She's a former Florida Smash player in MLP. So your team.
My current team,
4-0-2.
That's better.
Fight out.
And that's, I think a lot of times when players get into some of these battles with maybe players that probably are a little bit better, they overdo it.
Yes.
Quite often they try to get too tricky and creative, and one of the simplest things that players just need to do is hit the ball down, just like that.
Right.
You know, it doesn't need to have a lot of spin all the time. It doesn't need to be tricky. It doesn't, you know, simplify some of those actions. Get the ball down.
Agreed.
Fight out.
And this is the trouble. I think we've had 6 points, right, and 0 kitchen points.
0.
Which is gonna favor the better team every time.
Absolutely. And just a great step on that corner to cut that time off.
Tyra's one-hander is deadly.
A lot of pop on that ball.
5-0-1.
There's Carlos over there in VIP with the baby.
7-1-2.
Just
quick timeout here.
Need to take that timeout because you're down. Kind of a better plan on what do we need to do to beat this team.
Right.
And great change up. Vivian David, one of the best right-sided players out there. I love seeing Vivian out there with different partners and seeing what she can do.
Yep.
Second serve.
Right out of the gate, some wind.
Heavy wind, knocking over our water bottles over here. And so again, that is coming at Black and Todd right now, and honestly, I think that's their benefit for those drives.
Oh, there we go. A kitchen hands battle win there.
Yeah, just a little bit, and
more of that.
More of a miss hit and everything, but it's they will take it.
Yes.
You know, Black has just found that middle really, really well. And, you know, that kind of tells you a little bit about the team on the other side, too. They haven't defined that middle very well, it seems.
There we go. There's the middle.
Now we're talking about some middle right there.
That's all they needed.
Some smiles for both of them, though. So it's a
much needed point there.
Much needed. Just again, it happens to everybody.
1-6-2.
What I love about Black's movement, her legs are not moving. She's so sturdy underneath her that she's not getting pulled or off balance or anything in those situations.
Yep.
Point.
And change of sides, and you know, right now Di Laura has been playing a little bit more consistent than Schaefer.
7-1-1.
And they seem to be playing straight up right now. Now they're going back into that stack, which I think is the right idea.
Point.
I think if they're going to back up, they have to back up sooner.
They do.
They were
Agreed.
already mid-defense, so backing up at that time just doesn't give them the time to be able to reset and neutralize the position. And there's that spot that we've seen in that mixed doubles match. Oddly enough, I've been here all day. The last match is the first time that I've seen that bad bounce on that spot. So we'll see if that starts to make an impact now that people have started to recognize that spot exists on this court. But we're at an early 9-1 lead.
Point.
And that gives us a game point very, very quickly here in this round.
10-1-1. Second serve. Game point.
Still another shot just on the second serve now.
10-1-2.
And some decent offense coming from the other side of the court. Having a little bit of trouble getting those drops down with that wind right now.
Thank you. 1-10-1. Second serve.
Really great compact strokes coming from Tyra Black.
1-10-2. Slide out. Game point. 10-1-1. Point game, 11-1, timeout.
There's our first game. Pretty easy, steady match for Black and Todd, and we will be the Veolia Atlanta Pickleball Championships, brought to you by Ensure Max Protein. Game 2 with our number 3 seed moving steadily through this round in this first game, with Schaefer and Di Laura trying to make a little bit of a dent in this match right here, but currently Black just playing amazing, not missing a lot of balls. And that right there, a great cross and poach, but that last one just hung up in the wind a little bit, allowing Dominique Schaefer to be able to get that down behind her.
Zero, 2. Let me recall the score. Okay. 0-0-2. Point.
Black has a little bit of that slider
1-0-2
when it comes to that service motion, which can be tricky for a lot of players, especially those that tend to hit a lot of heavy topspin. I mean, just ridiculous hands. And one of the more difficult positions to be in is you're at the net, you feel like you're in control of the point, and you have 2 players back at the baseline just playing defense, getting the ball back.
2-0-2.
And 4, 5, 6 balls, very often that player at the net feels like they've got to do a little bit more, and something like that often happens. Really, really well played point. Parris Todd keeping them into that point. Di Laura kind of set herself up for that counter in the middle, but the hand speed of Todd and Black just not letting up. And I do think we've been talking about this, you know, all weekend. We've got Parento and Rohrbacher as our number 1 seed. This could be the event that Todd and Black can push their way into a championship. I think a lot of us are interested to see in a final with our number 1 and 2 seed, but this may be a great opportunity, a team that's been playing together a little bit longer, working as a team versus 2 kind of brand new teams. I think the most interesting factor of that is 2 brand new teams with their opponents being their ex-partners that they have played consistently together for quite some time. They know each other really well.
Center radio check with red desk.
And just a little bit of a reach, and we just a little bit forward. One of those easy balls to miss is and we are back after this timeout here at the Carvana Grandstand Court. I am Sarah Hansberry, and right now Black and Todd, our number 3 seed, just playing solid all throughout this match.
Point. Seven 0-2.
Really phenomenal drop, slow to that outside, pulling Di Laura out and setting up Todd. And this right here is our most basic pattern that we look at. For amateurs, we're looking at how do you set up a point transitioning to net. Cross-court drops, let your partner come in a little bit more forward, and that's what's going to create most of your opportunities. And a little bit of fighting over the ball, but not upset about it. They're still up 8-0.
0-8-1. Second serve.
And again, Di Laura just trying to make a little bit of an edge. She's definitely working the right points and setting up as much as she can.
0-8-2. Side out. Eight 0-1. Point. Nine 0-1.
And our next match will be our men's doubles match. Interesting lineup. We got a partnership of J.W. Johnson and C.J. Klinger versus the Alhouni brothers.
9-0-2. Point.
And just textbook play coming from Parris and Todd, giving them their first match point.
10-0-2. Side out.
And, again, there's Tyra Black kind of jumping on the corner, almost a mini Ernie, but still coming back into play there.
0-10-1.
Might have been the first time we kind of see Schaefer try to insert herself and be aggressive. Di Laura has kind of been maintaining the ball on this side of the court.
0-10-2. Side out. Match point.
And we have another match point.
10-0-1. Point, game and match.
And there it is. The number 3 seed will be moving forward in our round of 16. Pretty much a textbook play right there, 11-1, 11-0. And we do have that men's match that is starting to come up soon.